What's up, guys? What's up, Kickstart? It's topic 9, bathrooms. I am your Tuesday guy, Spencer. I think it's gonna be a lot easier to do these daily, one person a day or twice on Fridays and Saturdays, I believe it is. It'd be easier to do the days. About bathrooms, I started using the men's bathroom probably a couple weeks after I came out to pretty much all my friends and my family. It took me a while to get comfortable because at first I wasn't using an STP and I kind of was just sitting down, and I'm not gonna say I guess, you can tell the difference between sitting down and like a male standing pee, and so I was really nervous at first, and I finally got used to the STP, and now I stand. At first I would stand. I don't think even now I don't ever use a urinal unless I'm at work because we have one. It's just one urinal, and so usually it's only two guys a person, or two guys a time in a bathroom, and so it's just one goes in the stall, one goes in the urinal, and so that doesn't really bother me anymore. But when I first started out, I was really, really worried that you could tell that I was peeing with something else, and that you could hear it, and I was really eerie. Now I'm just to the point where I don't really care anymore. Guys sit to pee a lot, more than what you think. I've experienced it myself, going to the bathroom, and it's not because they're going to take a shit. It's because they're just gonna sit down and pee, and it's not a big deal. I haven't had any bad experiences with it. I've never gotten any looks. I don't think. Maybe when I was pre-T I kind of got some looks, but I passed pretty well pre-T, and so I don't think that was my issue with bad experiences. My bad experience would be them figuring it out while I was going to the bathroom just by the sound of it. Other than that, though, I've never had a bad experience in the bathroom. I've never felt like my life or my safety was at risk or anything. I figured out, though, that did help with when I would go to the bathroom. I figured out that if I try to either time it perfect, or I just take my time and relax. And I know that sounds really lame and probably doesn't sound like it helps, but I don't know, I go in there and I don't let anything get to me in my head. I kind of just keep remembering that I'm no different than any other person. I'm no different than any other guy. It's just a lot of guys prefer to pee in the stall than the urinal anyways, just because they're really not so much protected, but really worried about their junk and other guys seeing it. So I go in there and I gotta keep that. I had to have a good mindset, knowing that I'm no different than any other guy. And if you watch Jack's video, he mentioned that he used a buddy system when he went into the women's bathroom, and when he had, he was afraid that he was gonna get, called out, and another lady or woman would think that he was a guy trying to whatever. And so I did the same thing before when I was pre-T and stuff. Even before I transitioned, I always would take a friend with me. And if I'm with good friends in public, I will take someone with me to the bathroom, because all my friends know. So I will take them with me, and they kind of it helps me relax, and I know they kind of got my back if any issue would happen. I do, though, only sit on very rare occasions, I should say. I do at home, obviously. I shouldn't say obviously, but I do at home just because it's not as much work to pull out the STP and use it. Because all I do is I just use a medicine spoon. So I use that whenever I'm in public. I will sometimes sit, if I'm going to do the dirty, I'll sit. But I don't feel, though, that I'm comfortable enough with, I guess, the bathroom to just sit all the time. I think a lot of it also has to do with the germs. I do the hover technique when I use the bathroom anyways, so I don't ever usually touch the toilet. And I think either way, if you prefer to stand or sit, it doesn't matter. It's all up to you. I don't think a guy's gonna walk into the bathroom, hear someone pee, hear a guy pee and be like, oh, that's not a guy, or that's a trans person, or they're gonna make a big deal about it. It's just, honestly, in the guy's bathroom, it is just easier. You don't really make a whole lot of eye contact. You don't say much unless you know the person, I would say, or know of them. You kind of just go in there, do your business, get out. You're, just do you. You got nothing to really worry about. Don't go in there with like a really, I guess, like suspicious look, like you're walking in there like all curled up and whatnot. I usually just walk in there. I don't really walk with my head down. I kind of just look at like the lower wall when I walk into a bathroom, just to avoid eye contact with people. Now that I'm on hormones and stuff, it makes it easier. I kind of, can look at people and nod or whatever, and I just do my business. It's just a bathroom. You're in there to do your business, get in, get out. There's nothing that you really should worry about. I feel, though, if I were to be in downtown Minneapolis and I were to use the bathroom and there were some people there that I felt were very against the community, I probably would not go, and I probably would hold it as long as I could. I am very aware of my surroundings when I do end up using the bathroom, which I feel like I shouldn't, but all in all, I think as a trans person, you should, in some aspects, be aware of your surroundings when you do use the bathroom, even though it is the dumbest thing and you shouldn't have to, but for safety, I do. Like I said, using STP, to me, it helps me feel more comfortable, and it helps me, I guess you would say pass more, in the sense of, I don't even know so much passing, I guess it would be more of, not getting looks while I walk out of the stall, and like a guy heard me, you hear me peeing, and another guy looks at me and just kind of like, whoa, like kind of look to make sure or something. Like Jack said before, there's no right way to pee, and there's no right way to shit. There's no right way to use the bathroom. It's literally there's no like specific way. You just go in there, you do your thing, and you get out. It's not that complicated. Some guys do, I know, take it overboard, and obviously you've heard of stories of people getting abused and stuff, but all in all, you really have nothing to worry about. Best advice is to use like the buddy system. I always go in a stall. Like I said, I don't ever use a urinal unless I'm at work, because we just have one urinal, and so it's I guess if you get more comfortable, I may say something different in 6 months from now, because I felt maybe I feel more comfortable, but I definitely would just stick to the stall if you're not comfortable with using a urinal, or thinking you're going to get outed, or someone's going to look and look at your junk and whatnot, and somehow maybe think if you're not using an STP pack, or if you're just using an STP, some people might look and be like, oh, what the fuck, and get all freaked out. But I do think using the stall is the best thing, and if you're pre-T and you're afraid of your physical features that are going to out you, just don't make eye contact. Kind of look away, look lower, look higher. Just honestly though, just act natural. It's not something to be super worried about. It is a big step though, because going from the women's bathroom to the men's bathroom, it actually is one extreme to the other. I mean, obviously there's not a whole lot in between besides like a gender neutral bathroom or whatever, but in the sense of how people act in the bathrooms, definitely is a big difference. In the fact that guys are just very like, yeah, and girls can sit on the toilet, pee, and they're just like having a full-blown conversation. So, I mean, some guys do it. I've experienced that at a wedding that I went to. It was a pretty big bathroom, and I just stuck to the stall, and guys are having full-blown conversations, which is fine. I mean, it's normal, I would say, but it's very different. The atmosphere is different. It's because guys, we just go really quick. It's nice and easy, fast, and girls like to take their time. But I really hope, some of the advice helps. Like I said, Jack mentioned some stuff before, and I definitely agree with him and have done some things that he has done as well. And it does help the anxiety part, because I think the biggest thing to get over is the anxiety when using the men's bathroom for the first time, or getting used to it, is the anxiety of what are people going to think, what are people going to do if they find out, or what is going to happen. And really, 9 times out of 10, you're overreacting and you really have nothing to worry about. I have now been using the men's bathroom for quite a while now. I'd probably say 7 months, and I have developed, some things that you get used to, and I guess there's just little things I've never really had to, I don't, not say that I never had to, I never used the urinal really, like I said before, I've mentioned a couple times already. I just, for my own safety almost, is what I do. So just, it's all personal preference. If you guys have any questions, let me know, comment below, let me know what you think. If you have any questions, like I said, I have no problem answering them. I really hope it helps though, and I will see you guys next Tuesday.